I'm not talking shit.
So why
I'm
you say-
asking you why even make that content? Genuinely.
Because
like I'm speaking up for a large majority of people.
Shut the fuck up, because I do whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna follow me?
I'm not gonna follow you.
Yo, I swear to
I'm trying
God,
have
bro.
A real conversation. You need to lift people up for a living, and I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of shit.
Perfect, amazing. Let's
Have a good
go.
one. Stay safe.
Don't fucking touch me before I knock you the fuck out.
You're not gonna knock me out.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
I guarantee you're not gonna knock me
Yo,
out.
back off.
Put your hand on the car, man. No, put your hand on the car.
Lean on the car.
Lean on the car right there.
Guys, you not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Hey, guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's it.
With over 10 million subscribers and billions of views under his belt, Vitaly Zdorovetski once reigned supreme on YouTube, earning the title of Prank King. He stood tall on the platform's Mount Olympus, where creators became legends for pulling in millions of views. His fame exploded through jaw-dropping antics, posing as a terrorist in public, interrupting the World Cup in front of millions, or staging adrenaline-fueled pranks that took over social media. But eventually, the difference between thrilling content and outright chaos began to fade. What started as harmless humor quickly took a dark turn. Vitaly's journey veered into disturbing territory. He was accused of violently assaulting women, entangled in scandal after scandal, and now stands to serve 24 years in one of the world's most infamous prisons, a place often described as a living hell for foreign inmates. Even more shocking, he's been officially labeled an undesirable foreigner. Not even his native country is willing to take him back. So what caused this dramatic transformation from online sensation to international disgrace? This isn't just a downfall, it's a chilling example of what happens when fame is chased without limits, laws are ignored, and ethics are tossed aside. Let's break down how Vitaly fell from the top of the digital world to rock bottom, and why the world no longer sees him as a joke.
Here, film yourself. Let me see.
Oh my God, so many laws have been broken.
Vitaly began his rise on YouTube in the early 2010s through his channel, Vitaly's TV, quickly grabbing attention with bold pranks and risky stunts. Unlike most content creators who aimed for mainstream appeal, Vitaly went straight for shock value, pushing social boundaries, embracing risk, and regularly stepping into illegal territory. His motto: live without regrets. Do something wild every day. His early videos focused on public antics, acting unhinged to get strangers' reactions, or sneaking into restricted areas for viral content. These outrageous moments launched him into the ranks of rebel YouTubers, drawing millions of viewers and birthing countless memes. More than that, his fearless attitude resonated with a generation hungry for freedom and rebellion. At its peak, Vitaly's TV crossed 10 million subscribers, cementing his spot as one of shock content's biggest names. From that point on, nearly all his content centered on breaking boundaries, infiltrating high-security spaces, and triggering chaos. His fans didn't just accept this, they adored it. Across platforms like YouTube and Instagram, he built a controversial but thriving brand by doing what others wouldn't dare. But what no one saw coming was how that same recklessness would mutate into dangerous behavior, leading him from viral fame to irreversible damage. When everyday pranks stopped holding audience interest, Vitaly escalated. He began targeting large-scale public events, especially international sports competitions. That marked the start of his inability to tell the difference between entertainment and unlawful disruption. In 2019, Vitaly, along with his girlfriend Kinsey Wilansky and his mother Elena Zdorovetski, staged multiple disruptions at major sporting events. Their most infamous act was storming the field nearly naked during the 2019 Champions League final and the Cricket World Cup, all to promote their adult content site. "We just wanted to leave a mark," Vitaly later claimed. But was that publicity stunt worth alienating millions of sports fans? Or was it proof he'd lost all sense of where entertainment ends? Backlash was swift. Furious comments flooded in, "He's desperate for fame. This is shameful." Sports organizations had to increase security and tighten regulations to prevent copycats. Instead of apologizing, Vitaly doubled down. He released more videos, ignored the backlash, and even twisted it into part of his identity. "They hate me because I do what they won't," he bragged during a YouTube livestream. But that bravado backfired. Dislikes piled up, negative comments became the norm, and his responses came off as arrogant, not accountable. Had he accepted limits, things might have turned out differently. But he didn't. He chose chaos over caution, and that choice would lead to consequences he could never escape. His public stunts damaged his image, but what happened next in Miami would destroy it entirely. On April 12, 2020, Vitaly's behavior took a horrifying turn that crossed the line from reckless to criminal. He was arrested in Miami for allegedly assaulting a woman jogging alone. This wasn't just a step too far, it was a plunge into violence that outraged the public and destroyed any lingering credibility he had. According to the police report, Vitaly ambushed the woman while she was jogging along Daytonia Road, tackled her, and brutally punched her in the head and chest. They were complete strangers. This was a totally unprovoked, random assault. He was charged with aggravated battery, a felony with serious prison time. Later released photos of the victim's injuries were horrifying. Her face was battered and required stitches. She also needed medical attention for trauma to her chest. "I was just out for a normal run," the woman said in a lawsuit, "and he attacked me out of nowhere." Public fury was immediate. This wasn't about content anymore. This was real violence. Social media exploded. "He belongs in prison." This is not a prank. It's a crime. Vitaly's reputation, already fragile, shattered. He wasn't seen as funny anymore. He was viewed as dangerous. Fans abandoned him. The damage was irreversible. Most troubling of all, Vitaly seemed unfazed. He showed no regret, and instead clung to the idea that his fame justified his behavior. The Miami assault marked the final tipping point. From that moment, Vitaly wasn't just a disgraced YouTuber, he became a violent criminal spiraling out of control. In April 2025, everything fell apart. While in the Philippines, Vitaly live-streamed a shocking spree of offenses that would result in him facing up to 24 years in prison. During that live stream, he stole a motorcycle from a mall security officer, yanked hats off strangers, stole an industrial fan and an LED mask, threatened to rob a woman, and harassed multiple locals. The list of charges kept growing, disrupting public order, clashing with security forces, and more. Worse still was his reaction after being caught. Instead of fear, he mocked the system. In video footage, he laughed, blew kisses to the cops, and said, "This is money. Jail's fine. I like jail." That smugness pushed the authorities to come down harder on him. He's now being held at the Bicutan detention facility under the Philippine Bureau of Immigration, officially declared an undesirable foreigner. Legal experts warn he may stay locked up for 2 to 3 years before his trial, which might not even happen until 2027 or later. Conditions at Bicutan are brutal. 12 men packed into a space the size of a car. Neither the US nor Russia has stepped in to help. Both countries have essentially abandoned him. Russia even used his downfall as a public warning: don't act like Vitaly. Respect local laws. Recent images show he's lost significant weight, raising concerns about his health. But the sympathy once showered on him is gone. His fall from grace is now complete. He's been branded an international criminal and his public image is permanently shattered.
A white guy with blondish hair, wearing no t-shirt and yellow shorts.
He just came out and throttled her for no reason. He just came out and whacked her in the face. This guy has got this website, Vitaly Uncensored. He's had some issues before.
I remember the early Vitaly, funny, gutsy, with a spark that made him stand out. Sure, his pranks weren't for everyone, but there was an energy to them, a kind of rebellious charm. But like we've seen with others, fame without limits becomes poison. It started with small public stunts. Then came the pressure to be bigger, crazier, because in today's digital world, attention is currency, and it only lasts if you keep upping the shock factor. That's where things went wrong. The line between creative and careless started to vanish. What once made people laugh now put people at risk. It's something I call attention tolerance. The more you feed it, the less satisfied you become. You crave more noise, more buzz, more extremes. Vitaly got caught in that loop, and it consumed him. What saddens me most is that there didn't seem to be anyone close enough to pull him back. No friend, no mentor, no calming voice to say, "Stop. You've gone too far." In the influencer world, voices like that are rare. And maybe, just maybe, Vitaly was fighting silent battles the world never saw. Sometimes, the wildest personas are just masks hiding real pain. But likes and clout don't heal trauma. One of the biggest mistakes young stars make is believing their fame makes them untouchable. When Vitaly was arrested in the Philippines, some were shocked, but I wasn't. I was heartbroken. He still believed he was in control, even while everything was crumbling. Fame without grounding, without humility, without values, is a trap. I'm not sharing this to shame Vitaly, but to offer a warning. Fame alone doesn't equal success. Being remembered for something meaningful matters far more than going viral. If you're chasing the spotlight, take a breath and ask, how will I be remembered? Am I building something lasting, or just chasing views? Because in a world obsessed with being seen, the ones who pause to stay real are the ones we never forget. Vitaly's story isn't just about a fall from fame. It's a brutal wake-up call about what happens when clout takes over your conscience. Once, he just wanted to make people laugh. Now, he's a symbol of how easily fame can destroy someone who isn't ready for it. And even if he walks free one day, some things can't be reclaimed, like trust, respect, and the chance to start over. For anyone out there chasing viral glory, just remember, the brightest spotlight can cast the darkest shadows. Stay grounded, know your limits, and live with purpose, not just for applause.